life is sort of, you know, we go to work, but you know, we go to work to be able to support our racing.
I mean, it is my life. I love it. It's just great.
I mean, Norwich has been waiting for a decent track like this for years and has finally got it.
Everybody wanted it, but Tim was the one who actually, you know, got off his butt and decided to go and make it happen.
I'm Tim Gregory, and I'm the founder of Norwich Flyers BMX Club, which I founded in 1982 at the age of 15, and basically brought BMX racing to Norwich after I'd seen it in a couple of magazines. It became a craze, and literally we built a track, and literally thousands of kids came to it.
Well, the old track's must be one of the first in the country. In the early 80s, I think it was first built, and the track was there before I even started racing.
It's very basic, but it was a lot of fun. But then we lost that because there was a housing development in that area.
The club had to find a new location.
So we were homeless for 4 years, and we basically contacted Norwich City Council.
There were a number of different routes we looked at. Obviously, as a facility in Norwich, we were quite keen to support it as a council, and we put some funds in.
And when someone comes along, if we've got the land, if we've got the money, if we could, and if we agree with it, and it's something that will be a benefit to the city and the people of the city, much more important, we will obviously look at it very closely.
The site was chosen for 4 or 5 different reasons. One, it's next to a large council estate, and they haven't got any free amenities, or they didn't have.
Traditionally, when we asked kids why they were getting involved in nuisance behaviour, they would say, well, they were bored, they had nothing better to do.
The local community were quite nervous about it because they didn't know too much about BMX, and we had a bit of opposition. But since they've seen it and they've seen the kids coming onto the track riding, the crime rate in the estate has gone down immeasurably. And everybody just loves it.
But certainly the BMX track is very well used. You know, there's no end of kids using it, so it must be the fact that those kids who are using it are therefore, you know, behaving themselves and not getting into trouble. And the chances are, had they not had the use of the BMX track, they could certainly be known to us for criminal reasons.
The money comes from generous benefactors, basically, and mostly Barclays Spaces for Sports.
Well, the Spaces for Sports programme is designed around delivering what communities actually want. Well, it's the biggest ever investment in grassroots sport by a UK company, and it's a £30 million investment over 3 years, investing in a whole range of sports and in a whole range of sustainable sports sites right across the UK.
Without that, there wouldn't have been sufficient money there to make such a great facility.
We've invested altogether 1.3 million, and that's actually investment that has gone into sites that cater for these sports.
This is probably the greatest thing about BMX racing. I mean, you have mum, dad and son and daughter all competing. So it is completely a family sport.
I have to admit, I kind of thought it would be a bit more macho and rough than it is. And actually there's a lot of allowance for the little kids, and there's women who come too.
It's a challenge and it's very stressful, but once you get that win or even 3rd place, it's all worth it.
Since this has been built, we've had 3 European champions from the club. We've now got 4 world-ranked riders who have been to Canada and Brazil in the last 2 years, the World Championships. We've got a female who unfortunately isn't here today, who is on the British Olympic team for next year. And yeah, it's without a doubt, it's improved everybody.
Quality of the races now, their standards are so high now, and it's only happened because it's there.
I wouldn't have finished 2nd place in the World Championships without this facility. Absolutely not.
Would you say it's money well spent?
I think you only have to look behind you and see the kids, the parents, smiles on their faces. Yeah, of course it's money well spent, of course.